Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and we are going to look at the Volvo and check it out and see if we've done the right thing. And what I mean by the right thing is spending the time and the effort to strip the body. I mean, basically, we've stripped it all down. We did not know, we didn't get underneath it or anything like that, so we've just been stripping it down. We'll go over that on this video, but we sort of want to recap. We don't want to leave the Dodge alone. We're not done with this bad boy yet. Things are coming together. Nathan has finished up front. We have gas pedal, we have brake pedal, and we have clutch. We have exhaust. We have not got battery and gas tank. So right now Nathan is playing with the battery situation in the back, and he's playing with the gas tank situation in the back. But before we get going on to the Volvo, let's come over and check out the handy mechanical work of the wizard Nathan. Let's check it out, because it's pretty cool how it's working underneath there, how he's got it all put together. It's just nice, and making it out of this sort of stuff, like I got it in the junkyard off the cars I've saved, Jaguar and that sort of stuff. Nathan has been able to make and fabricate everything that we need to make it rock and roll. And you can go over the gas tank, or not the gas tank, the gas pedal, and that sort of stuff, just to show what's going on.
And we used
everybody
another
understands.
The manual 3-speed shifters are aftermarket stuff. We used another one of these pivots, again, with 2 brackets in here on the. We ended up running the rod right out through the firewall into the pedal. And they're proper adjustable pivot ones, so we can adjust the rod, and they pivot side to side. So if the motor does tweak a little bit on the mount, it'll still go back and forth. Same as side to side on that. And I'll stick a light in there, Joe. You can have a look out. I'll take it apart for you. And here's...
That'll make you sweat on it, huh?
I made a little pedal for the bottom of it. And then we used square stock for one of the pivots and added a piece on top.
Just a sec, Doug.
And it's all got a return spring all on it. 2 tabs for the pivot. And I bent up that rod to get it over sort of straight in line shot with the carburetor, because the throttle linkage comes out through between the fuel pump and the fuel glass there. But we got full throttle and it pushes returns good and stuff there. And I can pop it out if you want to see the... It's only a second there, 2 nuts here, and then...
Just a sec, Nate. Jolene, you got a perfect shot right back here.
And I rechanged the clutch a little bit, because it did push a bit hard. And I just had to change the pivot angle on the thing, and now I can actually push the clutch by hand, and we got more throw, and like it goes nice now. Before, I only had a shorter throw, but now it's working the way it should there when we put the plate back in.
Well, Jolene's got to put her soccer legs and power that
stuff like that.
Huh?
And but it's a lot pretty good, easy to do there now. Get the hand back up in here again.
And it's a spot to work to, you know what I mean, a place to work in. And
I mean, it's a pivot with a bushing in it.
I know gas pedal sounds easy, but it's really not. It's really not. I mean, unless you're running a cable, I guess, and it's all set up for you, and you have a place to mount and all that stuff.
Well, we had another pedal that would have mounted on the floor, but then we would have had about 3 more joins to make in the thing. So in the end, it was that same pivot that's in there. The clutch piece was that piece there with the pivot and 2 tabs. Then the piece of square stock already had a bend in it, and it was the right bend for the floor. So then I just bent up a piece to line up direct with the carburetor, and then put a hole in the firewall and run it through.
That's the spatula off the barbecue.
That's the spatula. I made that and bent it up. We didn't bend it up, but it's crooked on here because this goes this way and it sets in there straight that way. So.
But you can see that it has very good pedal clearance. Really
everything ended up being good clearance on all that stuff in the end, right?
I will say one thing for next time on my part. I'm going to have to just put things a little bit closer on the transmission tunnel and all that sort of stuff.
This stuff here a little bit tighter.
You know, basically.
Yeah. So.
They say make it round, but square's so fast, you know, it is a little bit faster for me. For anybody, actually. But it all works. What's going on up there?
We got adjustable, the rod going to the carburetor is all adjustable. So we can set the pedal up and down on the rod and stuff. So that's going to work out pretty good too, just in case we need to. So It's all pretty good there. It'll make the grade.
So we made this rod right here, and it's adjustable up there, coming through the firewall onto that pedal, and it fits perfectly down where it needs to be.
And it's all adjustable both ends. Yeah, same as the clutch rod, still adjustable.
See that? Can you do that again?
Yeah, it's all, and we got a return spring. We might even put another return spring on the inside, but that's working really good.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth, and it goes between the...
Just nailed a little washer on the back side of the oil filter.
Yeah.
And used it as a return spring. It's pretty cool because everything's working. Like the suspension is where it should be. The brakes are where they should be. The steering is where it should be. It's
coming along.
It's come along. The shifter is where it should be. The steering wheel, steering column. You know, it's tight and right. It's got a gas pedal. We're basically, and tomorrow I'm thinking vroom vroom.
We get a fuel line and the wiring run. So I got a universal key switch delivered.
Okay.
And instead of buying the 4-gauge wire or 2-gauge wire,
just for a start, this is what he's going to do. If you want to grab it and show it, how you're going to go about it, then someone will know if they want to go for it.
Well, the
switch that you got.
Just a universal key switch. So we'll have the ignition and main power and starter all on one, and we're going to run the electric fan off it too.
So when you turn the key, the fan's going to come on.
That's the way. Yeah, you want it doing that way.
Show them what you're doing for the battery. How you took the battery to the back. I would never have thought of this. We've got the starter up front, obviously.
Starter's up front, and we already got a wire on the starter that will reach inside the firewall. So I'm just going to run this one in the firewall and put the solenoid switch on the inside, so it's kind of hidden. We'll run that up to the inside. And then instead of buying the wire by the big power wire by the foot, we actually bought a set of heavy duty booster cables and split them. So it was cheaper than paying $2 to $3 a foot. So then we'll just split them, and we can run the wire to the solenoid, to the battery in the back, and
that's called saving money.
20 feet booster cables for $40, and that'll do 2 cars.
Right.
Instead of buying the other stuff, $3 a foot, right?
I wouldn't have thought of that, but Nathan has done that sort of thing. Nathan, where was your first job?
First job would have been Lori Layton's junkyard. Was the first job.
Was that right?
I run on the crusher, helped the crusher loading cars for the crusher and stuff when I was
at what age?
15. I guess that would have been my first mechanical type of job, I guess.
Okay. What'd you do after that?
Then I was at Pearl's Auto Salvage for 4 years, a junkyard there, stripping cars and parts and all that stuff there. Then I got into mechanics, went into a couple dealerships. I was actually at Chris Hines' Volvo and Scott's Nissan, and
so I'm in good hands with this one.
I never worked on any of them ones before. It's older than what I was working with, but yeah, I worked at a few dealerships.
So when you see stuff like you're making like your gas pedal and your clutch pedal and all that stuff, it's from stuff you've worked on, you've seen before.
I've seen a lot of that stuff.
And then
before,
you take from that.
Made it work, yeah.
And that's basically what everybody does. You know, you see something and then you take from them what you can make out of it. But
I used to help build. I used to work on some rally trucks and demolition derby cars and stuff like that too, right?
The more you see of that stuff,
it's just nicer here to work on the older stuff. Is kind of something I always would like to have done, and now I'm actually getting to do it, so it's kind of nice.
I like watching that because I'm learning how you're making that stuff, because I've never seen a clutch system, a rod go over top of the brake system down onto the clutch. I've never seen that before. And probably not a lot of other people have. But if you're into cars and junking cars and fixing cars and being with big trucks, Nathan has done it too. Since you were 15, obviously.
Yeah, even when I'm growing up around, I had a bunch of uncles lived there on the mountain, and they were always building go-karts and four-wheelers and three-wheelers into four-wheelers and stuff like that when I was a kid growing up, so I was around them all the time and seen stuff like that too. Welding when I was like 10 there on stuff.
I've often said, people that, have papers that they can do something, that's fine. I'm glad you took the course that you're interested. But to be honest with you, the real people are the ones that have done it and built things in the back door yard and made things to...
I tried to take the mechanics course, but I couldn't really... At the time I was working, I had a vehicle, and then when I got approved to take the mechanics course at Kingstech, I couldn't afford to pay my insurance and go to school. I couldn't do it. So I just kept working, and then worked around that stuff.
Nathan lives on the mountain, about 5 minutes away, 2 minutes away. He's a single parent of two, two, boy and a girl. Yeah. And has his own place, own property, his own house. It takes quite a bit for one person to run it all, and Nathan does it.
Yeah, keeping the wood furnace going by yourself all winter is a fun job sometimes. When you're gone for 12 hours a day or something.
Yeah. But anyways, he's doing a fantastic job on the car.
Carrying on.
If you need to know more about Nathan, you can hit him up on his website. Was it Only's page?
No, I got no OnlyFans page. I got no that stuff.
I don't even know what that is.
It'd be kind of rough, you know.
Doug has been cleaning this stuff off. If you can remember yesterday, we were sandblasting that, and it don't peel that stuff off. The sandblaster hits it, and it just doesn't do anything. It's probably, well, the undercoating, that stuff they had put on the car before, try to help it from rusting. Doug is on this side picking it off, sweating like a little.
I know, right?
What? He is.
So I smell cheeseburgers.
Which is the best way to strip that off, Doug?
That little meal right there. These are those things where the waters fly off and stick into your skin. You find them in the shower and take the clothes off at the end of the day.
Oh, that hurt.
These are dangerous as hell.
What did you call them, Doug?
That's the best way to do it.
What did you call them, Doug?
Todd used to call it a mule skinner, but I mean,
That's the-
everyone will correct me and say, "Oh." That's what Todd used to call it, and that's what I was remembered as.
Right. But anyways, he just straightened that off, getting that sort of stuff, because we'll have to sandblast it again.
Yeah, it's not in bad shape under here, really. Like, it's been repaired there, but like just peeling off tar. It's all still there. We were wondering if there's anything left there when she didn't know the sandblast would disappear. So, fortunate enough, we still have metal. Just need to clean it up.
We're just not sure. I'm
It'll
not.
make some noise sometimes.
You just hold up for a second. We'll go around it.
Yeah, I'm just straight.
Yeah. We have some rust on the car that we've been going through or looking at, and if you want to go over it, let's go over it. We're Doug's working. You've seen the wheel well. It's already been repaired down here in the wheel opening. They did a good job on it, and I'll tell you why they did a good job on it. Because it's all spotted in there. It can be finished at any time, whatever anybody wants to do with it. But it's it's not over welded. They did a really good job putting it in there.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, for sure.
With the patches and stuff.
So basically, we're just trying to clean this up from when we sandblast it again. If we come back a little further, you'll see little stuff like that's knocked out. That's basically basic repair. 1 piece, 2 piece, whatever, how many pieces it takes to fix it. It's kind of an odd little spot. You do the best you can with it. Something like this is where the lead is. You'd have to cut that out and put a little piece in it. We get a little spot down in here. I feel like I might weld a little piece in it, maybe. Something like this right here. I see coat hanger. You know what I mean? I just daub a coat hanger and that, fill it up, and then grind it with a die grinder. This here is all tore up for some reason, not that well put in there, but this needs to be, in my opinion, needs to be dollied all together. And this needs to be connected on here and redone. Go ahead, Nate, whatever you got to do, brother. Okay. This has got to be done, pulled together. This is the wheel opening on the other side. It has a patch in it and has been repaired. The sill is... Let's pull the cardboard off there, Doug. We'll get some light on the inside, old brother. If you want to take it off that side. Not sure why I I taped it up because I didn't really want to sandblast everything right at the present moment or ruin anything. So I guess the more you take care of things, probably the better it'll be. But we've got it. Getting it stripped off slowly. You can ruin something when you sandblast, very easy. That's why I probably stuck that in there. I think Doug left the cardboard. Huh? So we got this side, and you can see the bottom of the door. The bottom door is all gone. So basically, you'd have to, to fix the door, you got an outside skin and an inside skin. They're both in need repair. So the door needs to be dealt with. We have the sill that has been, got bronze on it. Obviously someone repaired it, but we have a sill that was put on before. Was on over here. We already have one, probably overlapped it, because they bronzed it. A bunch of patches in here that we got. I'm thinking this is a place where you're supposed to jack or something like that. It's kind of not my spot to pick. So we got sills, we got doors and the door bottoms and the door skin. We got up here. This area needs to be fixed, and I'll just say it has to be fixed is because of this repair here. It's probably been fixed here. Yeah, it actually will. You see the bronze here where it's got a piece on it here. It needs to be fixed. Got a little piece down in here. Now the inside fenders seem to be really nice. These seem to be really nice, like sandblasted. I did enjoy the sandblasted off, and the front end was yellow. Like the car was red with a yellow front end underneath it. That would have looked really nice, and it was new and red. And, the hood's in fairly decent shape. It looks in good shape, but this stuff happens. See that right there? That stuff happens. And it's not that, like this line in the center here is wet down, so if you never want to paint that with that hood like that, so that needs attention, needs a lot of, needs body work. This in front here has been caved in. It's been ripped there. It's good shape down here though, that seems to be nice. This is a very, pretty simple panel, around, weld together. Instead of put a brand new one on there, probably do that maybe, instead of trying to fix all that and bondo it back up. We'll probably put a new in. This side of the hood has already been fixed. It's got lead in it. If you come around this side, Doug just turn the car off. This side needs to be repaired. You can see that's been punched in. I don't know if I might just cut a piece out and put a brand new piece in there. We could cut it off right across here. We could weld it all the way down along this lip here, bring it right straight down, bring a new piece in all the way there.
There was an inch of fill in there, easy.
Okay.
So that's better than filling.
We could put a new piece in it, take the time to do that. These are all the, Jack give us these things. You can put bolts in the metal. We could do that, maybe redo that, I'm not sure. Sure we can. But we have our sill that's been replaced on this side. We have another door bottom that's been bronzed, and we have a sill. On this side, the sill, I think, is good. The sill is good. They've got the new sill on it, they've got this on it, but the door bottom is still gone, and the bottom on the inside of the door is gone. Also, the sill plate on top has all been bronzed and has pieces put in it. Let's go around to the other side for a second. Let's just go over here, sweetheart. You put your knee down this cardboard here. If we want to take a look, if you can bend down to the clean spot and bend one knee down. If you can see on this side, that side's all been repaired. On the far side, this has all been new inside sill. It's all been tacked in there. There's been a new floor applied here. And that's perfect, Doug. Thank you. It's been spot welded in here, and the frame has been fixed up the front. It's not rusty where the mechanicals is. It's just someone put a plate in there. I don't enjoy that much. It's really, what can I say?
Could be worse.
It could be worse. They did a good job on this side. I feel like they did a good job. I sort of would like to try to make it in one piece with just, I'm not sure. But as you can tell, I don't know if the only ones come around to the other side, or we can look down through it. But this side, if you come over this side, this side is toast. So this side, there's no inside sill on this one. The floor is toasted. This has already had a floor put in at one time. It rusted out again. They loved it so much we're going to do it again. This stuff up front here where the frame is, basically, I find that's an easy fix. They sort of went overboard on that one there. I probably would pull that off and fix that. I have to realize too, with this car, this is a unibody car because the frame is welded to the floor. It's a unibody car. So the roof has a lot to do with this car, being a unibody. Exhaust looks like it's brand new, looks like it's stainless steel, looks like a good stainless steel exhaust. This floor is kind of, I'm not sure what to say yet. And this floor over here, this whole side is toast, the whole side. Inside sill, outside sill, floor, just all of it. So what I think we're gonna have to do, or what we're gonna do, we have to decide, basically, you know, how we're gonna go about it. This is what I do, this is what I go for. How am I gonna go about it to get it done as quick as possible with the least amount of work? I think that's everybody's thing, isn't it? Or it should be. But, Doug, can I see your little light? Can you throw it over for a sec? Your little light? Where are you at? Where are you to? You see that better? Huh? I can see how the floor is. Oh. The inside sill is all going on back there. Yeah. I can see that they've had this side don't like that side over there like. I just don't know if I want to try to replicate it or not. I don't think I'm going to. Or try to bother.
You usually don't.
Huh?
You usually don't.
They have this stuff over here, this brace stuff. Oh, sorry. They have that brace stuff on that side, and they fixed that side. All that brace stuff was cut out, and I don't mind it being cut out, and I don't mind how they put it back together. I really don't. You know, they got extensions. I really don't. I really don't. I don't feel like the car don't need this at all. Like this piece here goes in like that and goes down and goes into that stuff. That floor don't need that at all. I mean, let's face it. I mean, I'd rather just lay it like a straight floor, right straight across, lay it down where it lies, and make it look nice. This stuff here, this seat brace and that sort of stuff. Okay, this seat here and this seat brace. When the floor's cut out, what am I saying? You know, I guess you just put it back in wherever you feel like you want to. I guess you would know exactly where it goes there, and then you would bring it over and connect it here. I'm just wondering if I should, how I should go about cutting it all out. That's where I don't want to waste my time with, let's say waste my time. I have, what can I say, if you come in here, it's kind of messed up here on the top, It's got, all this is rotten down here so far. And it's really, nothing really there to connect to that I'm really interested in, if you know what I'm trying to say. So what I'm thinking is, like I could bend a piece of square stock and run it from underneath here. Like I could cut that off, put a piece of square stock and run that all the way along here, right along this edge, right into the back to the wheel opening back there.
Yeah, go on over here.
I could weld a piece of square stock back to there, and then I could have something to lay my floor on this side, and then I'd have something to put my sill to. Just don't know how I want to cut it out. I'll just start from the top. I'll cut this stuff out here, and we'll go from there. I'll just start cutting stuff out. The further I get, I might just cut it all out. We'll see. See what happens. Using that, old buddy? You need that right? You're right.
No, you can take that.
No, I'm gonna grab this one.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna grab it. Dagnabbit. Not sure about the wheel tub in the back yet, not sure. Doug stripped this car with a plastic stripper wheel. Didn't Doug? And then I went over it with the big stripper wheel. This machine. So it looks better. It's looking better and better all the time. Doug stripped it with one of these. And I went over it with that. And just trying to make it look the best we can. Two different builds for two different ways, if you know what I'm trying to say. Just not sure. Like I said, we'll probably take it all the way, I guess. The motor sounds right in it. Replace the floor in it. Do the patchwork as fast as we can. We'll customize it. I think this time we're going to take the roof up a little bit. What do you think?
You can do whatever you want to your car. I don't care, but that was cool. Whatever.
Take it up a little bit.
We can all wear top hats when we drive it around.
I'd like to get that pump. See what happens. That was a boo-boo. And then, you know what was a boo-boo? Is me starting to cut it without looking. That was the boo-boo. Let's take a look. We're all good all the way up to the front. I'm just going to slinger along here. I was wondering why it was going so hard. It's because I was in this double piece right here. I'm just going to bring it over a little bit. And I'll go along here and cut that out. And then we'll find out where that bad boy is. We'll know because there's a piece going across there. Let's just get it cut out and see what it looks like. Doug, did you want to help cut the floor out? Did you?
I was just getting ready for you to make noise and I was going to strip the rest of this tire off.
All right, go for it.
But, yeah.
Yeah, go for it. I did cut the emergency brake off. I was so good.
I told you to watch out. That's the only thing to watch out.
I just missed it.
Did you want me to disconnect it?
Nope.
The only thing in your way, bud.
I guess there's nothing to do other than cut it out and then go for it, right? I have to cut it out first to figure out what's going on. Held on. First time that grabbed onto me like that before. And it can happen. I've heard lots of horror stories. It can happen.
What happened?
I was just caught up and twisted and tried to You know, makes me nervous. Do we have any more grinder discs, sweetheart? Or zip cuts?
I found two brand new ones. I put one on each grinder that was sitting here. We got one over here.
Oh.
I'll just give you the whole grinder.
Yeah. Dee. 5-inch gold. Probably priced it probably more money than gold.
I'll put one there for you.
Thanks, buddy.
You got this towel for this? I'll slap it on for you. There we go, pal.
Get cutting, sis. Slow down. Got it. I'm always looking for windows, and we got no windows, so it should be good. That's how fast I can wreck your car. Right? Cut the 4 in of it. The tunnel in the roof going through here, I'm thinking is holding all the structure. And if anything goes out of shape, well, then I just go back to my doors and get my doors fitting right, and I tack them shut to make sure it stays that way until I weld it, so it's not relying on anything other than what's the metal that you've welded to it, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm just going to keep cutting. Anything gets out of shape, I'll know by my door when I shut my door whether or not, and then I'll make sure the door fits before I redo this repair. Almost exact same thing as welding up the chassis. We got it all stuck down, then we'll weld it up, and then we'll take it off. Let's cut it front. So this thing changes itself. Really just sucks into your wires.
I know, right?
Jacked her up on that side one too many times. My eyeballs can only eat so much dirt. After 2 pounds, it coughs. Gotta get out. Cut this bad boy. After we cut it out, it won't look so bad. You know what I'm saying? It won't look so bad. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You're good to me. Now I know how Tina Turner felt. Be good to me. Alrighty, we got some stuff cut out of her. It's just a start, obviously. It's just a start. It's just a start. Did you hear that? Get a picture of that, would you?
So good.
Doug, is that Corona?
What?
Is that Corona?
Of course it is. Most think I work in this. You guys don't know what's in it. That's the best part.
So true, eh?
Could be anything. Then none of you drink from it. It might be better. Okay? It's whiskey on the rocks.
Let's take a walk back. What Nate's doing? See, check him out. What's going on, Nate? Making some bolts for here. Cool. So basically, you just put a piece of angler in there, big angler in there, and he's putting a bolt through that one, and a bolt through that one, and then it ties the battery down and tight and right, he says. And then, what's that? Didn't say a word? Okay, thanks, baby. We're gonna open the door for a minute because we are kind of fumed up for a minute here. Ooh. Anyways, let's take a look from the other side for a second. Air. Nice, eh, Doug? Air. Sweat's burning my eyes. You can see on this side, when I come in here and just take a look, you can see on this side what the inside sill looks like. It's holy and it's not, something that we'll probably end up cutting that all off and making it fresh and new the way we want to, I guess, something like that.
It's a good place for that. Oh yeah.
As I'm looking at this,
Get at it. Yeah, get it.
this would not affect anything where it's, if you on the other side and I explain it from this side maybe. Good idea, Doug. Suck some air in.
Nathan's idea. I can't take credit for Nathan's idea.
Just pull that door open for her. See where it's like the braces, to repair the floor and do a good job, these braces have to come out. Just decide that on my just thinking. They have to come out because it's going to make it easier. These have to come out. This has to come out to make it easier. I see a flat floor. It's almost, what's that lady on TV where they can see the future? I see a flat floor all the way back. See this triangle here? That little triangle there? I'll take that triangle and that'll be flat. So it'll be flat, right back into that triangle. It'll all be flat. So we'll make that we'll make all new floor. I'm just trying to make it up in my brain, and it might change as I go along, but I see a whole one piece of metal or whatever, triangle here, because that hump does not have to be there. We can make a flat piece of metal and bend a piece up to it and go there. That does not have to be there, I don't think. Or maybe it does. Not sure, I'll take a look. Even if it doesn't, I'll take this triangle here, you know, the one below it. I'll take this one. Instead of the high one, I'll take this one. Probably even better if I'd done that. That's what they done over there, so I think maybe that's what I should do over here. We'll see. But I see a flat floor the whole way. We'll pull this out, pull this out. I see square stock maybe planted up here where it's not rotten. Just, I can come up, I think I can come up right to, actually, right about here somewhere would be nice, and I don't even have to cut this off or do anything with it. That sill can be as wide as it wants to be as far as I'm concerned. It can go another 3/4 inches, not going to hurt anything. Cut a little rod out of this and take the rod of this and it'll repair it, you know, where it's rotten on top, 3/4 inch. I can run a piece of 3/4 inch square stock all the way along here where it's nice, up here where it's welded up here and nice. And then I could build my sill to that piece of square stock, and I can build from the square stock my floor over here. So that'll give me something to weld to. I can connect my A pillar and my B pillar and my wheel well to one piece of square stock, and I'll fit that in there. So I have to cut this stuff out. I'll have to bend a piece, lay it in there, get it welded up here, and that's where I'm going to start building it from, I think. Also, I have a sort of a little plan with the, I guess, one step at a time, I guess. One step at a time. Not sure about this stuff in the inside here. It's fairly decent, but I'm not sure. It's fairly decent, but I guess whatever falls off, and whatever we rip off, and we just kind of leave it alone, I guess, because there doesn't seem to be any rot underneath of it. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for coming back. I really appreciate it. We're just kind of trying to wrap my brain around how I want to do this, because I feel like I'm going to do that side exact same as this side, so we have two brand new sides. And we're going to customize it and paint it, and the roof is going up. Come back tomorrow and we'll be here. Hopefully we'll have a boom, boom. We want to see what that exhaust sounds like. Back tomorrow.